Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is. My name is Jaime, giving you vents on headlines you didn't even know you needed. And with that said, here's some more ingredients for that vent blender, humans. Today I got a little different vent. It's not that much of a vent because it was more people out there doing venting themselves. But venting in different ways. Venting with lots of marijuana smoke and stuff like that. And venting with their political beliefs and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome. I was at the 2022 Hash Bash over there in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It was pretty great. There was also a Michigan game. It was like the first spring game. It was pretty wild. It was just a huge bunch of people out there, thousands of people out there. It was a great turnout. A lot of great humans out there, a lot of culture. It was just awesome to see everybody come together. I shared some things on my social media out there. I'll put it in the description out there. It's at the Real Jaime 1 on Instagram and Jaime Madrigal on Facebook. And I think Meant to Vent on Facebook. So there's all that kind of stuff on there. So if you want to go on there and check that stuff out. So anyways, like I said, there was a lot of cool things going on. I got to interview some people, which I'm going to share some of the stuff. I'm going to share a lot of my experiences out there. And right off the bat, like a man did the fucking Anthem. It was so awesome. The crowd got crazy and you could see some of like the size of the crowd out there. But I know I can't play the whole thing. So because the stupid copyright and I don't want to chop up the whole anthem. But what I will do is kind of play like the ending, like the climax, because it was kind of awesome when the crowd got amped up. Because in the beginning, there was a little technical difficulty. It was scheduled to start at high noon, which they called it high noon. But at noon, it was no Western gunfight or nothing. But they were supposed to start at high noon. But they brought this man out there after they started, and he did the anthem, and it was awesome. So I was going to share some of that with you. Here we go.
El Sadi.
I'll kind of get to some of the end here. It was an amazing performance. Man. Look at all that crowd, humans. It was such a great turnout. All different cultures, all different people from all over the place. It was beautiful. I loved it. And I wanted the humans out there to applaud themselves out there. Everybody out there. It was just so great, man. It was such a good time. And like I said, there was some unique individuals. I'm a unique individual myself. It was just a lot of great networking going on. A lot of people just interacting, mingling together. Oh my gosh, it was just such a peaceful event. Everybody was so nice to each other. You wonder why. Couple incidences, not troubling. Where one individual got a little too high. So we were sitting here. We had a booth set, an area set up where we were doing our media stuff and everything. So we got tripods here and camera things and all these, cases everywhere. But to the right, we were all kind of in the front by the stage where everybody was doing all the stage speaking and band setting up and everything. And to the right, there's a group. I mean, everybody was everywhere. It got pretty crowded in the beginning and started fading towards the middle of the day. And then another crowd started coming in. It was like getting all these waves. And so this one individual got a little too high. He fell on the ground, looked like he changed color. He was all pale. Paramedics came through. It was really amazing how everybody just kind of, shot over there, took care of that real quick. Didn't want to film any of that stuff. I respected my man's privacy. They got him back up, saw he was just super high. Helped him get off to the side and hydrated my man. And I guess he was back dancing to the music. And there was like a lot of protesters out there. It was a lot of political things going on. There was a lot of certain, people representing some of those, crazy people out there. Like there was some, I thought I saw some Antifa there. People, you never know. I didn't. It was some crazy ass people there. But there was some awesome people there at the same time. And so, like I said, started off with a beautiful anthem. I interviewed a bunch of people, like I said, but there was also some speakers. I got to speak to one of the guys that did some of the talking out there. I also was a guest on his podcast on Planet Green Trees with Michael Komorn. And he was part of a really big case in Michigan. And with this guy, Michael Toohey. And so I even got was like very privileged to get an interview with both of them before they got to do their speaking on there. Like I said, I'm also was privileged to be a guest on this podcast, and maybe I can try to get him over here. But he is a lawyer, probably busy guy, so who knows? We'll see what happens. And but anyways, I'm going to share a little clip here when I got to talk to him, talk to these two individuals.
Judges are control freaks, generally speaking. They like to control people. They put them on probation, except you can't even park a marijuana card. Right. Michael Tui keys.
Let me see how I can get that better audio there. So what happened is this guy was here he goes. I got it better now.
Despite that, we're still fighting legislation to try to undo it. It's that bad. There's actually legislation introduced called Michael Tui legislation to undo that shit.
Yeah.
You know how it got there?
Just telling me that he had a table full of prosecutors, like specifically saying, my case and Michael Tilley, the court case, and that we really pissed off a lot of people with that one, Michael.
So much so that they had to come out of pocket. They didn't have money to pay for the budget that their courthouse, they came out of pocket to get their lobbyists. Because every court needs a lobbyist, right?
Right.
They're to interpret the law. They want to make law, go to the legislature, and introduce bills that are intended to fuck with people. That's right. It's pretty disturbing, but that's the thing we're in. It's amazing. That guy's out here with the good news fight.
Laws intended just to fuck people.
That's what he said. Mine too.
And you heard it from a lawyer. That's what I like, my man. He's real straightforward, and he's like right to the point. He said like who needs a fucking other lobbyist, right? But courts now need them, and he's just saying laws are designed that basically to fuck poor people or some people that can't even get out of the system. And that's why I like my man out here. He's fighting for people out here. And like I said, I got the privilege to hear about this guy Michael Tui, who was in this really big case where I think he was on probation. And, had a medical card. And at the same time, they put him in jail for these things. And here's a little clip of the clip.
We started back in June of 2009, so I came home and I was on parole in 2008 when we passed this law. So getting this accomplishment passed for those that are on bond and on probation and on parole has been a goal that I've been working on since I came home from prison in 2008. So to get this case to finally go through and set precedents, and set so much precedents that they had to respond with legislative change to try to overrule what was the unanimous decision in our Court of Appeals. They need to leave it alone. They need to back off. So you need to call your representatives and tell them to vote no on House Bill 5512. It's really important that we don't let them reverse the change that we fought so hard for all these years.
Man, because more people are in charge on that end. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice.
So that was my little interview with both of those guys. Like I said, I was very privileged to get them in their time because, like I said, once everything got rolling, power got fixed. I mean, people were just nonstop going. There was so many speakers out there, and like I said, it was such a great time. There was this one other individual they brought out there who was like, I guess he's like a legend. He's like from the beginning of the hash bashes, and another guy couldn't be there, so he was in there like representing. And he also came out there and he introduced a very interesting speaker, which I had no idea was going to be there. It was Joel Zumaya from the Tigers, man, a former pitcher from the Tigers. He had like one of the fastest fastballs in baseball, and then he injured his arm, and like I guess he couldn't play anymore. And there were rumors about like he did it in a video game or whatever. But when you hear this speech here, man, it's pretty interesting to hear it from somebody, coming out from somebody else, And I got a clip here from Zumaya coming out here to do his little speech out here, which was, I didn't even know he was going to be here. It was pretty awesome. I had no idea he was even coming.
So I was like, hey man, you want to go? He said, yeah. A real pleasure for me to introduce my friend, Mr. Joel Zumaya, former pitcher for the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, man. And he was out there blazing. It was crazy. Everybody there it was bananas.
How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody has that gas. Zoom's always on that premium gas. Hey guys, I'm gonna be short and sweet. Just let you know what this is
Joel's
my
mic.
life. Being part of the Tigers, being a professional athlete. I was fed Tylenol, aspirin
all those anti-inflammatories just to go out there and do my best performance for you guys. Guys, I had a record fastball of 104.8. I blew my arm out 6 times, guys. They fed Tylenol, aspirin, all those anti-inflammatories like candies down my throat, guys. It killed my career. I went to medical cannabis, guys. ASAP. I didn't hesitate. I have family members, guys. I did it in the past. Blew it past me. I was kind of scared just because I was a professional athlete, what it would do to my career. But secretly, guys, I don't know how the hell I didn't get caught. I smoked pot 2006 all the way to 2011 until I retired.
Damn.
And I'll say that pridefully, guys. We did have a strict drug code in MLB. Now it's sad to say that they are letting these guys do it. Happy about that, guys. It's going to save all of us, let our careers go further. And now, yeah, that's my story, guys. Thank you for having me here. Smoke it up hard, guys.
So that was Joe Zumaya, telling his story. And that's pretty interesting when you hear about another athlete coming out talking about, because you heard like some NFL players and some other athletes, saying that, it helped them, help him with pain and things like that during their seasons, because these pills they were taking were getting them addicted. And like when you read about like opiate addictions and people on pills addictions, or like I've had friends and things like that have gone through those things, like sometimes they don't, their organs don't function properly and things start happening and breaking down differently. And, you could see when my man was like, putting on weight and stuff, and it was probably because he was not, his body was reacting differently to all that stuff. And then he started, getting off of those pills, doing a different, more natural, I guess, pain relief. And it's wild when you hear these kind of things, because they're so, that's what this was all about, that like the government was so against it, or when they legalize it, when they use the word legalize it, there's always going to be a way they can profit from it. When it's decriminalized, then everybody can, it's just a free plant, just like, it's another vegetable in the world, and soon we ain't going to be able to grow vegetables. So they'll probably put it on that list either way. They'll find another way to block it, even if it does get decriminalized. But it was a great time, and like I said, a great experience. Like I said, I do got some more things here. Let's see what I got here to share with you. So, like I said, it was really interesting. Like I said, there was some individuals here, and I guess there was a guy that was one of the pioneers of the Hash Bash who couldn't be there. So that guy that was here, that one cool individual who introduced Joe Zumaya, decided to read a poem. And I'm going to share that poem with you guys because, like I said, this was a really great time. So here's him doing that poem.
I've worked close with him for years. I'm going to do something that I never thought I'd have to do while he was alive on this planet. And I'm going to read one of his poems. So bear with me.
I love this poem, by the way. It was so great. It was so great I had to share it with all you humans.
This one's called Ain't Nobody's Business. It was written for Henry Normile, Bradley Jones, and Bob Righteous Rudnick. Shout out to the late Rudnick.
Rest in peace.
We have a right to our bad habits. If we want to blow our minds, or fuck our lives, shoot dope, or smoke cocaine, if we want to eat too much meat, sit around all day and watch TV, stay up late all night listening to music by Charlie Parker and Screaming Jay Hawkins, if we want to walk around naked, fuck our eyes out, eat some pussy or suck a cock, take it up the ass or get our nuts off 700 times a day, lay around and drink whiskey, bet on games, shoot dice, sell some pussy on the street. If we want to gamble in casinos or spend our money in a whorehouse, give the president a blowjob in his big chair in the White House, walk around the streets with our belongings in little bags, sleep in doorways, piss in the gutter. If we want to sleep away the day and never answer the telephone, take every meal in restaurants and bars and never exercise. And if it comes to an at the end of the line for us, we have every right to blow our motherfucking brains out or jump off the bridge. or take ourselves away from here in any way we might want to, then baby, please, we got a right to our bad habits, and it ain't nobody's business if we do. John Sinclair, 1988, Harmony Park, Detroit. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
That was so great, man. Like I said, it was a great poem. I had to share that with you humans. And I thought I would end it with a few things at the end here. Like I said, I did some interviews out on the street there with some people that I thought it was really nice of them to give me a little couple of seconds of their time, a little couple minutes of their time. And I thought I would just ask these guys some, questions out here on the street. And here's a couple of these people here that I was, that was nice enough to put interview on there for me. So yeah, after all that stuff, it was just a great time. It was a really good experience, and I got to interview some people out here, and I wanted to share some of these interviews with some of these individuals out here that I got to meet on the street. They were pretty unique. And like I said, here we go. Here's some of the people I got to interview out here.
I'm a channel on YouTube. We got a QR code up there, and I'm also with Planet Green Tree. And we're doing some live dance footage out here for our channel. And are you guys all from Michigan?
My man had just saved the hacky sack game.
It's all about that going on. All right. What's your guys' flavor? You guys smokers? What's your flavor? Strawberry, I think. Strawberry? What's going on? Apple cider strawberry. Okay, strawberry joint. All right, well, I hope you all enjoy it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I guess I asked them what their flavor was and like what kind of brand. I didn't know what to say. I was like, "What's your flavor?" Because I didn't, there's so many different names for the shit. And they were nice enough to be patient with me while I got my question out. And it was pretty funny there. I got a couple more here. Okay, so now before I start this one, these guys were like advanced. Okay, that's all I got to say. These were some advanced, high-level partiers right here. My man, let me just let this get out first. Come on. Shout out to you, wherever you are out there. You came on my channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. You are advanced. That's all I can say. Your party levels was pretty advanced. So shout out to you, man.
Oh my. It's a nice little salad. Nice carrot salad. All right. I appreciate it, fellas. Planet Green Trees, we're streaming that live right now on YouTube, so I appreciate your time, guys.
So yeah, man. The guy said he had some kind of peyote, and then he said called it what I called it, and like some other stuff mixed into it with I don't even know what else. And then he said it was a nice little salad, and I was like, geez, he had like the variety pack going, and they were all looking like they was just on another plane. Shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, y'all was doing it on another level. That was some another level stuff there. And I also, like I said, I was hanging out with Planet Green Trees, and we were trying to promote the Canada Jam Festival that's coming in October. And it's going to be a real good time over there in Ypsilanti. And it's a real cool music festival. It's going to be a great time. But we got plenty of time for all that. But anyways, there was a guy out there with us. He was hanging out, and he was nice enough to, dress up for us and stuff like that. So I got a little clip I was going to share with my man out here doing it for us.
I am the blast of Hash Bash. The blast from the past, baby, all the way from the Stone Days. Woo! Yeah! I've seen a lot of T-Rexes in my days. You got some awfully long arms for a T-Rex. I'm working out. Just some long reach.
He did have long arms for a T-Rex.
You got it. How do you know? Hash Bash 2022. Right on, baby. Come on back next year. That's right.
And he had to take a bunch of breaks because that thing kept steaming up on him and shit. Like because the vent kept getting plugged up because we kept putting shirts on him. We're like, here, wear this shirt or try this hoodie, and we kept throwing shit on. Like, go wear this and go out through the crowd. And like, he come in, his vent kept plugged up, and his shit would get all steamed. And then he would try smoking under the mask, under the dinosaur, and you see the mask all fogging up because like the smoke just shooting out the vent where he's supposed to be breathing. It was all crazy. He had to take it off and get some some air. And then the weather didn't know what they wanted to do. It was like nice on sometimes, and then it was like cold as fuck sometimes. But anyways, let me get back to some of these interviews. So this guy, I guess he's there like every year. I guess this guy, he was a really cool man, dude. He gave me a couple seconds of his time, and he was a real cool guy, so I got to share his interview as well. He looks really cool, and he looked like almost like the Crow. He kind of looked like the Crow, if you ask me.
With High Television and Planet Green Tree, we're live streaming out here at the Hash Bash, and I see you here every year. I'm here every year. One of the characters we see, one of the greatest dudes out here. You got all the energy, the spirit.
Real cool guy.
The weed. Right, the weed. So what's your flavor today?
What is my flavor today? Well, we've got a couple of things. We've got Cincy, we've got a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and then we got everybody else's weed.
That's right. Everybody's just blending it all together.
Everybody's got a flavor today.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's great weather, good people showing up, great turnout so far.
Oh yeah, I love it, man. Like I said, glad to be back out. Last year, you know, it was a little slow, but that's all right. We still had fun, and we're glad to have all the people back out this year, healthy as usual.
As
smoking weed.
Great energy, great energy. I appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
We got a QR code, and like I said, we're live streaming. You can check it out here if you get a chance. And appreciate you, man.
Cool, man. Check us out on ca313.tv. We're always there.
No problem. We are
DJ
there.
Shortful, man.
Those guys are cool guys, man.
Have a good one.
You too now. Take care, folks.
That was a great time, man. Like I said, and I'm gonna end it with these two other guys, man. They were super awesome guys. Like I said, they gave me a little minute at a time, and they were. I think it was their first time there, and these guys were super cool. I guess it was one of the guys' first time. Another guy was there a long time ago, but here's these guys here. They were my favorite dudes.
I appreciate you guys giving me your time. This is your first time here? Absolutely.
A long time ago, 25 years ago.
Awesome.
Never been on the steps at the library smoking weed.
Right. And it's legal.
Anthem, Michigan.
Right.
Michigan. I love it.
I love it, man. What are you guys smoking on today? What's your flavor?
This right here is some sour soup.
Sour soup.
That's right.
All right, all right.
What do you think, man?
Cool, man. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, come check me out on Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'll show you guys out here. Appreciate it.
Man, I had so much fun, humans. It was a great time, and like I said, I appreciate them guys inviting me out there to do that media stuff out there because it was just like, I mean, I had so much stuff, you know. I could have put so many things. It could have been like hours of footage, you know, because it was just a lot going on, you know. And like I said, I appreciate all them guys having me out there, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you would hit that like button, smash that subscription, turn on your notifications because I'm here twice a week. My name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.
Yes, yes.